All right, talking about some good stuff. Very nice. Okay. All right. There we are. Okay. Perfect. 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 Well, good evening, ladies. Thank you for joining me tonight on April 29th. This month, where did it even go? I don't know. But that was a quick month. We still have tomorrow to finish out our goals and what we are going for. And I actually do want to hold on, remind you of what our um, promotions and offers are for this month. So let me pull up our presentation from earlier in the month so that I can remind you of all of those things. Hold on. There we go. April presentation. And there we go. Got it. Got it. All right. Here we go. Okay, good. And let me share my screen. Oh, I hear my children. I hope you guys don't hear my children. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay, so here we are, and we're going to present and present. All right, so our goal for April is 10,000 wholesale, 10 new team members, 7 Power Up Achievers, and 2 promotions. For the wholesale where we're at, we are just over 5,200 right now. We have 3 new team members. We have 2 Power Up Achievers, and we are on the cusp of another promotion. Erica has 4 active. She is 1 away from being a team leader and 4 active away from going into DIQ, which is her goal. So that is where we're at. A lot can happen in 24 hours with focus and with work. Looking at what else is going on, we have still the startup promotion. And so that has been extended for April, only $20. That ends tomorrow to join Mary Kay with the eStart. And then all new beauty consultants that join in April will have the option to add on the eStart Pro, which is the starter kit at the discounted cost of $80. They will have 15 days to make that decision as to whether they want the eStart Pro. So they don't have to do that right away, but that will be available. That all ends tomorrow. They join for $20 by midnight, and then they still have 15 days to decide on that $80 eStart Pro. This is the gift that is being given. I earned mine yesterday, so mine is on the way. But this is our April Power Your Sales prize from Mary Kay. It is a colorful Mary Kay branded insulated cooler. I am so excited by this gift. Let me tell you, I am so excited because I am always bringing snacks around for my kids. I love going to the pool, love going to the beach. Like this is so, I love the colors. I love that it says Mary Kay. And it's the perfect size. It's the perfect size for something like that. Now, this isn't going to be like hey, we're going to go tailgating kind of cooler, right? But this is great for grabbing those little snacks. Now, I know Mary Kay women will also use this for their parties to put warm washcloths in to keep the washcloths warm for parties that they're going to. So a lot of different options. I saw Kristen Sharp had her breast pump, things in there. So a lot of great ideas. And you could even use it as like a large lunchbox, if you got to have like salads and just, things that take up more room. So that's a wonderful gift. This is our coloring challenge. And so if you haven't taken a look at this in a while, take a look at this. This is on our Facebook page. It also was mailed out to you in our newsletter. But if you haven't colored things in, color things in and see, okay, where else can I win? What else can I fill in? Because when you have 8 completed, 8 sections colored, you will get a Mary Kay branded cosmetic bag from me. If you have 18 filled in, you get a Mary Kay money bag we all need the money bags, right? Like when we're doing our parties, and it's just wonderful because you can put your sales tickets in there, you can put your profile cards, and when you complete the whole thing, you get both. Okay, so take a look at that. What can you do between today and tomorrow to add more to your coloring sheet? Oh, we're not going to doing that. I guess that's it. Okay, very good. So that is the presentation here. So let me stop that share. And yeah, so that basically you're looking at earning that insulated cooler as well as the money bag and cosmetic bag. All right, all the bags. It's like in the bag this month. So very exciting. Um, okay, so which brings me to what's in the bag. Hopefully money. We want to put money in that bag. So show me the money. How do we make money in Mary Kay? We're going to do some math today. So if you have a notebook and pen, I recommend doing that. And we're going to be looking at some different, how we make money in Mary Kay and how does the marketing plan work. And you may see that you might be missing out on some money, maybe leaving some money on the table that maybe you weren't aware of that you had, accessibility to with Mary Kay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the formula of success. So based on this formula, we're going to look at how much money that we make in different scenarios. So does anyone know what Mary Kay has given us for the formula of success? This comes from Mary Kay Ash. She said 3 + 3 + 3. Erica, do you know what the 3 + 3 + 3 means?
3 appointments a week, $300 in sales, and 3 pink chats or
That's
interviews or whatever.
that's right. So 3 selling appointments plus $300 in sales from those selling appointments. So it's not just like appointments, right? It's selling appointments, right? For the purpose of you're showing product and selling product, and then 3 pink possibility chats. Okay. And when does that happen? What's the time frame that we're doing that in?
Sunday to Saturday.
Yes, 1 week. That's correct. Mary Kay told us that if we focus on that, is that backwards? Is it look backwards to you? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it looks backwards to me. Mary Kay said that when we focus on doing this every week, the sky is the limit. Everything happens with this formula. You will be a star consultant. You will be making money. You will be adding to your team. And this is a full circle. And so when we're working full circle with our businesses, that's where you're going to make the money. So let's talk about what does that mean. So based on this right here, our 3 selling appointments, and I think Erica, you probably agree with me that if we're doing 3 selling appointments a week, would you say that our sales will be more than $300? Yeah, definitely. 3 selling appointments a week is definitely going to yield more than $300. Just today, I had a selling appointment, a woman who new customer to me, but she was familiar with Mary Kay. She actually placed an order on my website, and I barely showed her product. Most of what we did was chatting and getting to know each other. $120 in sales. Very easy, right? And that was just one person. And so my other appointments that I've had this last week and everything, well above. And then you get the reorders. But anyway, $300 in sales if you're just starting out brand new. That's an average of $100 per selling appointment. And so, what then would be our profit? And I'm going to say that we know that we can make 50% profit on all of our sales. But when we're working this like a business, we want to, instead of doing a 50-50 split with our sales, we do 60-40 split. So that 60% is the cost of the product, 50% there, but then that extra 10%, we keep that in our Mary Kay business account for incidentals, for samples, for lookbooks, doing the preferred customer program, for events. Erica is got her hotel ready for a seminar. We're going to be registering for seminar for soon. Tori, you are welcome to join us in Charlotte for seminar in July. And so when these kinds of things come up, the money is there when we've got that 10%, right? It's like a little, almost like a little, I don't know. Yeah, so you've got your business account. And so that's for investing in your business, investing in yourself. So then 40%. So 40% of $300, how much are we making? What's our profit? 120. Yep, I heard you. Yep, thank you, Erica. So when we have got let's see, 300, right? Times 40%, that's going to equal $120 profit for the week. Now let's talk about if we are doing that in a month. Every single month, we do $300 in sales and get $120 in profit. What's that going to be times 4 weeks? $480. Yes? So profit of $480. All right. So I want you to think right now. Where would you put a profit of $480 right now? Would that make a difference in anything for you? Right? Would that be going towards an extra bill? Would that be paying down something? Would that go towards something fun? Would that go towards saving for an experience, a vacation, or do you need new shoes? Or, where would that go? Where would that go? That $480 in profit. Okay. So when you are selling that consistently, $300 a week, this is going to be your profit that you are making. Okay. Exciting. Now, some people just live in these first 2 sets of threes. They just do the 3 plus 3. They're doing the selling appointments, they're selling the product, they're having fun, they're making money, right? Like we're seeing there is a profit here. But what happens if we add in the 3 pink possibility chats? If we're doing that every single week, what would that look like then? Well, if we're doing 3 pink possibility chats a week, and we're doing that times 4 weeks in a month, that's going to equal 12 PPCs in the month. The statistics, the average that we see in Mary Kay is that 1 in 4 people that you talk to will join your team. All right. That doesn't mean that that's perfect every single time, but on average, 1 in 4 people will join your team. So if you're doing 12 pink possibility chats in a month, how many people on average would be joining your team in a month? If we divide 12 by 4, how many new team members should we have? We should have 3 new team members, right? So 12 divided by 4 weeks or 4 pink possibility chats is going to be 3 new team members. All right. There we go. Hey, Lakina. Happy to see you, my friend. Glad to see your name. So now we've got 3 new team members. All right, that's exciting. We've got 3 new team members in a month. Oh my goodness. So what happens then? Well, I'm going to tell you something. What happens then is that we support that new beauty consultant and we have a conversation. I have a conversation with her and ask her, what does she want to get out of her Mary Kay business? Why did she join? And we set her up with her launch party, like many of you have had, and we get her going in the next step in the right direction. Let's talk about, let's say these 3 people, they all join. And let's say they get active. All right. They get active with $225 orders to get started. Okay. We've talked about the Great Start promotion. We've talked about what happens when it's a $600 wholesale order and all of the free stuff they get, but they start active. So if we do that, if we've got those 3 team members, who knows what an active order is? How much is that in wholesale? What's the wholesale? Tori, do you know? Are you familiar with the active number, the minimum?
Was it 600?
That's qualified. She'll get a lot of free stuff when she's qualified, but what's the minimum to get the 50% discount? It's 225. Okay. 225 is your active order. But I like, Tori, I like where your head is at with 600. That's good because that's where you get the free stuff. That's where you get the free stuff. And she's still in her Great Start qualified period. which means every time she does 600 wholesale, she's getting more free stuff. Woo, for the first 4 months of being in business. All right. So if we've got 3 people that do 225 each, that is going to be $675 in production. Your team has produced $675. Okay. So there we go. Now, as you also will be at a promotion level. Whenever you have 3 people on your team that are active, you're going to be something called a star team builder. Okay, so write that down. Star team builder is 3 to 4 active team members on your team. And that also means that you get to wear a really fun jacket for Mary Kay. Now, this pink jacket is the director jacket. But when you've got 3 active or more, you get the red jacket. All right. Woo, it is red hot to be in that red jacket. And so 675, when you're at that red jacket, what Mary Kay does is they're going to either pay you 4, 6, or 8% of that $675, dependent on what you and your team do in a month. So now they're gonna they see your 675 from your team, and then they add in what are your wholesale orders. Well, let's see. If you're selling $300 every single week, right? Times 4 weeks, that's going to be $1,200 in sales, and you order that product, you should be doing at least 600 wholesale, right? So when you're doing 600 wholesale plus your team 675, and we add that together, that's going to be $1,275 in total team production. Are we following? Does that all make sense? Yes, I hope so. Right? Okay. I hope so. I'm hoping that that means yes. Okay. So if you do 600 personal, we add that together, that's going to give us $1,275 for the team. Okay. So now we've got that for our team. Now, at that number right there, Mary Kay is going to pay you 6% of what your team members have ordered. All right. So from 0 to $600 in wholesale orders, total between your team and you're going to get 4% of your team's orders. If it's between $601 and $1,200, the total, then you get paid 6% on what your team members have ordered. And if it's more than, I think I'm doing this right. Am I doing this right? 0 to 6, 6 to 12, and then 12 to over 12, 12 to 18 or more, you're going to get 8%, okay, of what those total orders are. So that gets really exciting when that happens. But we've got 6% of 1,275. So if we multiply that by 6%, your commission now is going to be, I can't do that one in my head, but let's see, 1275 times 0.06 is going to be $76.50. That's going to be your commission. Mary Kay's going to send that to you. Okay, that's pretty exciting. So when you've got $76.50, just for doing this part of your job, sharing the 3 pink possibility chats, adding 3 people to your team, their active orders, bare minimum active. You've got $76 in your commission, and we add that to the $480 in your profit. Well, now you're at like $550 that you've made in your business from doing 3 plus 3 plus 3. All right. Now let's take a look at another scenario. Let's say you've done the same 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? And you do that the next month. You've got 3 people on your team now. They are active. This is exciting. You're a red jacket. You're making commission, right? And you do the same exact numbers. You've got, do you remember what's the profit on doing $300 in sales a week, your profit's going to be, who remembers, who wrote it down? Tell me. Someone tell me. Tori, how much? So if we're selling $300 a week for 4 weeks, that's $1,200 in sales. What's our profit? We're taking 40% profit. What's our
120.
profit going? What's it going to be, Erica?
120.
So 120 a week. And then if we do that
Oh, right.
times 4 weeks, yeah,
Eight,
it's going to be 480. Yeah. So 400,
whatever.
sorry. I know this is why we got to write things down, right? This is why I got to write things down
Well,
because I
they're being loud, so.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay. And it's a lot. Like these numbers are all over the place. But my prayer is that you guys will walk away from this meeting saying, I know how I get paid, right? I know how this business works, right? Because yeah, that's why you joined Mary Kay. Okay. So month number 2, you've done 3 plus 3 plus 3 in, we'll just say January, right? And you made $480 in your sales, and then you got $76 in your commission. Super exciting. February comes. Do the same exact thing. 3 plus 3 plus 3 for every single week. You sold $300. You did that. And then your profit for the month is going to be profit for month is going to be $480, right? Now you've still done your 3 pink possibility chats. You've added 3 new team members again because you did 12 pink possibility chats for the whole month. Out of those 12, 3 people joined your team. You added 3 more team members, okay? So I'm going to say team member number 1, team member number 2, who's joined your team, team member number 3, who's joined your team, okay? So TM. Now, let's say team member number 1, she sells some stuff. She's joined, and she does a party and she sells some stuff and she wants some stuff for herself, right? But she also hears about the Great Start promotion and she says, oh my goodness, if it's free, it's for me. And she does that qualified order that Tori mentioned. Her first order is 600 wholesale. So let's say that's what she does. All right, that's exciting, right? 600 wholesale for that first team member. When you have a new team member that does 600 wholesale, whether it be at one time or cumulative over the course of her first 4 months, did you know that you get a bonus? You get a $50 bonus with that team member. Hey, and that's in addition to the percentage that you make on your team production. But just that one person, she's qualified. Ooh, baby, that means that you are getting a $50 bonus for you. Okay, that gets added to your commissions. Let's say team member number 2 does the active thing. Active, as we said before, is $225, right? She does that. And we'll just say team member number 3, same thing. She just gets that active order in, $225. Okay. So now this is what we've got our team. But remember, you have team members from January. You had 3, and they're still on your team, right? So let's say one of your January team members, I'm going to now call them January number 1. Okay. January number 1. She did a 225 order in January. She's got a couple more parties in February. And you know what? She hits her 600 wholesale in February because, yeah, she wanted to get some free product. She wanted to hit that great start bonus. And so that would mean that her order was 375. Okay, so that just is perfectly 600. She did 225 in January and February. She does 375 so she can get her first bonus. That's exciting. And then we've got January team member number 2, she doesn't place any order. She just wanted to get a discount, right? Or she didn't do any parties. So we're going to put 0 there. That happens, right? That's totally fine. And then we've got the other January number 3, and she does another active order. Okay? She does another active order. Oh, wow. You've got now in 2 months, 6 people on your team, right? And this is it's a sampling of what the orders might look like. So you've got a $50 bonus on this girl. Actually, this one right here, she did 225 in January. She did 375 in February. Those two together means that she's qualified. You get a bonus on that. That's another $50 bonus. Because remember, whenever someone on your team does 600 wholesale, you're going to get that $50 bonus. All right. And then we've got this. All right. So let's add up your total team production. Okay. Total team production. So I'm going to grab my calculator and add up all those numbers. We've got 600 plus 225 plus 225 plus 375 plus 0, right? One girl didn't order at all. That's fine. Plus 225. Your team production is 1650. 1,650 for your team members. Remember, you've also sold stuff. So you did your $300 in sales every single week. And so your wholesale order at a minimum is 600 wholesale. That's your personal production. So we've got 1,650 from your team, 600 from you. When we add those two together, that is going to be $2,250 for the total production. All right. Now, when we hit that number, you're going to get, actually, hold on. We got actually something even more exciting, because now that you have 6 active team members, you are at a new promotion. You're a team leader. When you have 5 or more people who are active on your team, you are a girlfriend team leader. And team leaders make either 9% or 13% commissions. That is a huge increase. That is a huge raise in your commissions. Now, what's the difference? How do you make, obviously 13% is the one that we want. So how do we make 13% based on our team? At a team leader, when you've got 5 or more active, if 5 people on your team place active orders in that month, they do 225 or higher, and you personally do a 600, that's going to be 13%. That's how you earn 13%. If one of those two things doesn't happen, you make 9% on what your team did. Does that make sense? So 2 things have to happen for 13%. 5 team members are active orders, and you do a 600 wholesale order, 600, you get 13%. So you've made 13, you got 13%, you hit that. The 13% is not the total production, not based on that. The 13% is based on this team number, 650. So let's figure out what that commission is going to be. 1,650 times 13%, 0.13. The answer to that, $214.50 is your commission. But we got to add in our bonuses. We got 2 $50 bonuses, $100. So this is exciting. Are you girls getting exciting? I love seeing this. I love seeing the possibilities. So we've got that 13% is going to be $214.50 plus $100 in bonuses because we got two qualified, plus our sales, $480 in profit. How much money did we make in that month? Let's see. We have got $214.50 plus 100 plus 480. Girls, $794.50. Would you be excited to profit $800 doing 3 plus 3 plus 3? So it's not going to be that $800 profit. Could that happen in one party? Absolutely. You could sell $1,600 in one profit and do that, but you're also going to be more assured of doing it by doing the small things every single week. If you can hit that 3 plus 3 plus 3 every week, look at the possibilities. $800 in profit. And this is very part-time. This is part-time hours, part-time work. You may say, I don't have time to do 3 appointments in a week. All right. So do 2 plus 2 plus 2. 2 selling appointments, $200 profit, 2 pink possibility chats, or 1 plus 1 plus 1. However that works out, you're still going to be making money. And the full circle means that you're selling and you're team building, right? When you've got both of those things together, it's like rowing a boat. One oar is your sales. One oar is team building. And when you row a boat and you are working both oars together, you move through that water. But if you just hold one oar still and you start rowing with the other oar, what's going to happen? You're going to go in a circle, right? You're not necessarily going to be moving forward as much. You might get a little bit, right? But not as much. And if you hold that oar and you just do the other one, because I've seen it both ways. I've experienced it both ways in my business. Sometimes I'm really, my selling is really strong, but I'm not team building as much. Or sometimes it's the opposite. Everybody's recruiting. I'm joining, everybody's joining my team, but I'm not selling as much. And when both of them go together, man, that production, that extra money, that commission, those profits, oh my goodness, they marry beautifully. They marry beautifully. The highest commission that I ever had in 1 month was $9,300 in 1 month. And it was the month that I finished my triple star. It was when we were living in Annapolis, Maryland. And before that, my highest commission was $8,800 the month that we earned our first pink Cadillac. And I wish I was better at tracking my sales those months because I wasn't just team building and building production and everything. I was also selling. And my profit must have been at least $500, at least. But so if we've got $9,300 in your commissions, in addition to $500 in profit, that was a did I ever make that much as a teacher? I did not. And I loved teaching and it was great, right? And it was wonderful. The that doesn't have the same earning potential as having your own Mary Kay business and what is possible there. And so this is to encourage you and just help you see what is available and how we make money. I will tell, I'm not going to go into the director pay because we make even more than all of that. When we do 3 plus 3 plus 3, our team commissions and bonuses even higher, right? It basically triples. It's incredible. I will tell you this, for every qualified team member that I have on my personal team as a director, it's a $100 bonus instead of 50. Okay. And every time that we have 4 qualified in our unit in a month, it's a $400 bonus. Plus, if any of them are personal to me, they're my team members. They joined my team. That's an additional $100 bonus. I've had months where all four qualified team members are on my team. That was $800 that got added on. I mean, does this like kind of blow your mind a little bit how much Mary Kay gives us? Like, does it get you excited that, wow, Mary Kay's so generous? Wow. Is there any reason why we can't be making good money? Because the marketing plan is in our favor. The way that this business is set up is in our favor. What's going to make the difference is us, how we work and working strategically. And Mary Kay also told us how to work strategically. She taught us to do the 3 + 3 + 3. And she said, if you want to make more money, do more than that in a week, right? But when you're doing 3 + 3 + 3, that is going to compound. We just saw how much of that profit grew in 2 months of doing 3 + 3 + 3. And we don't have time, but what if we added a third month? And now you've got 9 people on your team, right? Like, what could that commission look like? And so, yeah, take a look. When was the last time you did 12 pink possibility chats in a month, right? When was the last time you had 3 selling appointments or sold $300? And start to think, wow, if I prioritize my time and my efforts a little bit differently to do 3 + 3 + 3, how could I make it fit? Because you can make it fit if it's important to you. As women, whatever is important to us, we make sure it's a part of our life and we make sure it's what we do. So it goes back to your why as to why you're in Mary Kay and why you want profit from this business. If it's a strong enough why, you'll find a way, you'll make a way. And if it's not strong, that's okay too. Like we're not trying to pressure anyone into anything. But if your reason why for this business is strong, you'll find a way and make a way and you'll get results. So, yay. How exciting. Now, very quickly, I want to show you a couple of Mother's Day ideas to help. And because on Thursday, we've got a new coloring sheet, and I'm going to give you a little hint. One of the items on that coloring sheet is going to be to sell 3 Mother's Day gifts. Okay. And so who do you sell Mother's Day gifts to? Anyone. It's got a mom, man or woman, right? Anyone that's got a mom wants to get a Mother's Day gift. And so this is one idea of how you can package something easily. You don't have to have a lot of skills to do this. These boxes, they are called, I think, envelope boxes. No, these are not called envelope boxes. What are they called? I will find it. It's in my Amazon order. So I'll put the link there, but it's sold in a pack of 4 in different colors. This happens to be a red one with these red polka dots, but they also have like a pink one. They have a green and gray stripe one. And then I forgot what the other one was, but super cute. These flowers came from the Dollar Tree. And you can put any product in here. I have some of these spa headbands. This product isn't sold anymore. And actually, I'm giving this to the Future Farmers of America. They need some donations. And I said, I got the perfect thing. It's already wrapped up. So tomorrow this is going out and somebody's picking it up. But this is great. I've also done these with putting satin hands in here. Take the satin hands out of the bag. Put that in with some flowers behind it. Super cute. You can put a bow, like just take nice big ribbon and tie a bow around here. I've also taken our other body care products like the apple and almond or the berry and vanilla. Or just like the regular hydrating lotion and 2-in-1 shower gel. That is great. You can do the new sun products, after sun replenishing gel with the SPF 50, and maybe put in like a cute pair of like sunglasses or like a little sun hat or something that you can roll up. I mean, there's a lot of different options, but floral bouquet type of packaging is very popular for Mother's Day. It's very cute. Now, another way that I do want to show you some other flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree. I just kind of always have flowers on hand in my office to make gifts. But like these yellow daffodil type of things, these pink ones. Yeah, These look like lilies here. So really, really cute. So you can grab those. And one year, I'm going to share my screen here and show you something that I did a couple of years ago. And this was um, incredibly popular. And I can also, oh goodness, let me find you back. Okay. Um, I can also attach a YouTube link so that you can get the tutorial as to how to make this, but literally making a bouquet of flowers, all things from the Dollar Tree. Okay. But this right here, that is butcher paper that you can get from the Dollar Tree. At least you used to be able to. I think you still can. But Dollar Tree butcher paper, kind of in a cone that you kind of like wrap into a cone, put products in there with the silk flowers, right? And it looks like a bouquet of products with the flowers. And then this is like eyelet lace ribbon. You can also get like burlap and lace ribbon. Like I found a lot of that in Walmart, even if you don't see it at the Dollar Tree. But then you put a flower around it. One year I did this and I just put it out on social media, not expecting much. I didn't like necessarily like work it. Sold six. People saw it and they're like, that's it. And people, half of them were not even my customers, but they had moms and they needed a gift. Right. And so they got some things from Mary Kay. So look at what's on your shelf. If you don't have things on your shelf, maybe considering if you're placing an order tomorrow, getting some things that you could wrap up as Mother's Day gifts. The satin collection is a great way to do that. And then any body care or sun care. I would say that those are really universal gifts that anyone would love. Okay. Any questions about Mother's Day gifts and um, things like that. Pricing, um, I would say for a Mother's Day gift between like 30 and $45 is what people would feel comfortable spending, right, on their mom for Mother's Day. Some people might want you to do more and you can customize it, and some people might ask for less and then you can put less in. But so those are just some options there. Okay. All right, let's do our recognition. If you sold any products last week, if you sold $1, will you raise your hand? $1. Erica, that makes me so sad. But I know you sold stuff today, so this will be different next week, right? Erica's finishing off a big goal. Oh, Kathleen, is your hand up? Yeah, Kathleen, thank you, Kathleen. Okay, so glad she's here. Okay, Kathleen, keep your hand up. You sold $100. Woo! Okay, if it's still 200s, it's still up. It's still up. $300. Keep it up. $400. Keep it up. How much did you sell?
I think it ended up being like three. Well, are we talking retail or wholesale?
Retail.
Oh, retail. Okay, mine's still up then.
I got to get my pom pom. We need a pom pom here. Right here. Right. Okay. This is pom pom worthy. There we go. All right. So we're at $300. We're at $400. We're at $500. We're at $600. $700. Stop it. $800. $900. What did you sell, girl? Why don't I know this? What did you do?
I think it was 814.
Oh my goodness. How? What did you do? Tell us.
Well, I had the party, like my debut party.
Okay.
I think it was last week. And then I had a couple people come back and they're like, hey, next time we order, can I actually get some of this stuff too? And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, I can place it now because I can actually have it shipped to your house now.
Right.
And then it went from trying to get, she just wanted the, like just like a cleanser or whatever. And I was like, I actually have this cleanser on hand if you want to do this one instead. And she's like, wait.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of the catalog for like the Time Wise set just to show her the picture of the cleanser. And she's like, wait, is it that for the whole set? And I was like, yeah, but if it's like, if you just wanted the cleanser, that's fine too. And she's like, no, I'll take the whole set. So
great job. Good job, Kathleen. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. And so your production is at 407.
Mhm.
So you're less than 300 away from getting the insulated bag, but also less than 200 away from being qualified and getting free product. So I'm going to challenge you. I mean, tomorrow's the last day. Talk to Erica about what she's doing because she sold $200 today. Is it probably more than that, Erica? Is it more than 200 now? Or is it still there? She doesn't even know. Okay, that's fine. I saw you placed an order, a little order already. So, but Erica is also going for her 700 insulated bag as well from Mary Kay, the insulated cooler. So, but get in touch and Tori, Lakina, who's got birthdays, right? Who needs that that they want to order for their birthday and just say, hey, like 10% off of your order to help you celebrate your birthday. So you're looking fabulous for another year. Right. And so you can do that. You can, and also just follow up with people who have ordered with you. Maybe they're running low, or you talk to them and just say, hey, and this is crazy, but are you running low on anything? Do you need a mascara? Do you need a moisturizer? Do you need an SPF, for your body? Do you need sunscreen? Are you going on a trip soon? I have a goal with my business and I'm collecting orders. And if I can sell a certain amount by midnight tonight, you'll help me reach a goal. Just that simple. That simple. If my Norwex girl came to me and told me that she had a goal for by tomorrow at midnight, I would buy something, right? I would buy something. Would you do that if someone came up to you and said, I've got a goal with my candle business, or I've got a goal, you're right, like with I don't know, my essential oils business or whatever it might be. Would you be like, you'd probably buy something, even if it's something small, right? But something. Anyone could take another mascara. Anyone could take a lip gloss, right? And so, or a Mother's Day gift. You can also say that. Start doing things like, hey, I'm placing an order today, and to make sure that it's in on time for Mother's Day, do you need anything? Do you have your Mother's Day gift picked out? Show them some pictures. You can just Google. I looked up Mary Kay bouquet, and that's what came up. And so you can just show them a picture, say, I'm making these. Do you want one for Mother's Day? How many do you need? Right? So you girls can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Oh my goodness. So exciting. All right. Let's talk now about bookings. If you have one party on your books, will you raise your hand? How many parties do we got on our books? Okay, Erica's up. All right, one party. Okay, one party for Erica. All right, all right. I've got three. Yay, 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 yay. I'm excited about that. I don't always share with you what I've got going on, but girls, I got stuff going on. It's exciting. All right. Pink possibility. Oh, faces. How many faces do you have booked? If you have okay, Erica's got a face booked. If you got two faces booked, three, four. So these are people that aren't a part of the party. These are like just separate appointments. You've got four, three. How many? Four. Okay, very good. And that's an opportunity to maybe make it into a party, right? So we've always got to be thinking of that too. And last thing, pink possibility chats. If you shared the opportunity last week, will you raise your hand? Shared the opportunity. Okay. So we've got it out. That should be different next week because the $20 ends tomorrow. So we got to share. We got to let people know. All right. Because it's fair to them. We don't want them to miss out on anything. They'll miss out if we don't tell them. So we want them to at least know and then they can decide. Have a great night, ladies. It's 8:51. Appreciate y'all being here. Next week, we will celebrate where we landed in April and talk about the last 2 months of the seminar year. May and June. So looking forward to seeing you all. I pray you have a great night. And yeah, thanks for checking out. Hanging with me tonight. Bye, friends.